牛乳生まれうまそう
グリコ牛乳カルシウムが多いヨーグルト新発売。シリーズもね。グリコ。
Hey, it's Wednesday again. And welcome to the Wednesday Night Mouse Party. I am DM Foss. Tonight we have DJ Play Nice. How's it going, DJ?
It's going well, Fox. Glad to be here.
And Night Strike stayed up late.
Yeah. Yep. By the way, that was a commercial for yogurt, if you didn't catch that.
Yes.
Are we certain that it was yogurt?
Yes.
That's what they say.
That's what we're going to pretend. How you doing, Barrett?
Yep. It was a day. I'm here.
Right. Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
And out there so far is just Tim S. Glad to see you. And DJ out there in here. Oops. There we go. And, there we go. It's the Wednesday Night Mouse Party.
Anything going on special?
No specialer than normal than Gunpowder Beauty. Gunpowder Beauty.
Watch out! Don't yank her angry. She will throat punch you. I know from experience.
That's why we love her. And G23's out there. And G Webs, how's it going, G Webs?
Good evening. Thanks, Billy.
Michael Dunn's out there. Now people are starting to roll in. Well, this week's poll, let me find the present button. They changed it. YouTube changed it from share to present. So I will present. StreamYard, sorry. I sometimes forget where I am.
Oh, they did change that button? I thought I was going goofy or something. Okay.
Yeah, when I was looking for it earlier, and it's like, where the hell did it go? And I realized, it's probably that one. So let me say hey to John Z, Mo EDC,
Missouri.
And this week's poll was best snack chip: Doritos, potato chips, Funyuns, Cheetos, or other. Leave a comment.
I don't know. Cheetos, cheese puffs, those aren't really potato chips.
Well, I know. I kind of broadened chip because it's all considered kind of snack chip category. So, but Doritos won with 38%.
No, it's 40.
Oh, now it's 40. Let me refresh then.
And no, Baron, I'm not cheating.
41%.
All 50 of his accounts voted for Doritos.
So I'll drop the link for the community tab, and if you haven't voted, you can go over there and vote.
You're still salty about that, aren't you, Baron?
I ended up winning, so
yeah,
it's closer than I'd like.
But now every time there's a poll, you say Night Strike, don't cheat.
I'm just being preemptive.
Yeah, guess what? It's not going to work.
Well, so Doritos has 41%. Cheetos was 22%. Potato chips 20%. Other was 12%, and Funyuns was 4%. And down in the comments, DJ Plain I said kettle chips, Crunchers, or Cape Cod are my favorites. I don't like the thicker potato chips. I think they're
man, that's what makes them get to the crunchy phase. Gotta be thick.
The problem is some kettle chips are too hard.
Take the roof of your mouth off.
Yeah, and you don't have teeth.
What about like I don't want to say one of them ridges kind, where you can put a lot of dip on there. I don't know if Ruffles is the only one, but yeah, I guess Ruffles is one. Yeah.
For straight potato chips, the Ruffles low fat because it has less salt.
Really?
Yeah, but that gives you the poops.
No, not the Alestra ones. The ones that clean you out.
Oh, Lester, I forgot about that additive. Holy hell.
So how's everybody doing?
I'm doing all right.
You ever had unsalted potato chips?
Yeah, those are pretty good too.
Yeah, they're pretty good, especially if you're dipping. Like you don't need
Yeah,
the salt.
yeah.
They taste like somebody already licked them for you.
Yeah. Well, that's how they
No,
make
they're
them.
not that bad.
They take regular potato chips and just have somebody lick them.
I like getting the ones that are lightly salted. That means they don't use as much. They don't use a lot of salt. They only use just a little bit. Honestly, those taste a little better.
Oh, they're also not as greasy.
No, they're
not
not.
as oily. The low fat ones. That's why I like those. But then I would always get the, which you can't. It was Nally's, but Nally's got bought out, and then they closed the plant. But the
Aw.
bacon and onion dip. I used to get and dip them in that, so I get all the fat back. Tactical Maverick said, "Don't know what the best snack chip is, but my favorite are Fritos, chili cheese Fritos."
Those are pretty good.
I'll take Fritos. I don't need the chili stuff.
The goddamn bacon said chili cheese Fritos.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chip bracket? That would be a good bracket.
Mm.
Or
That
did
would
I
be a
say
good
racket? Did somebody say racket?
Chip racket. What are you, a racketeer?
There's a bracketeer in here.
Are you racketeering everyone to only get one type of chip?
Is that
What?
you're being noisy?
Oh, sorry. I'm messing with my scope on my AR-10.
That's fine, but just mute.
Okay.
Ken Thompson said those chips are made out. Oh, he was not sure exactly, but those chips are made out of compressed popcorn, dipped in roasted red pepper hummus.
Which ones are?
Oh,
I
like
don't-
Pop Smart or something like that. I've seen those before. They kind of look rice cakey, but they're not. Thank God.
I'm not
they're
sure.
like a rice cake. Okay. I was thinking it was something else.
Philo said fruit chips rule. And Edgar Marco,
What's a fruit chip?
I don't know if
Dried
it's
bananas, banana chips.
the
Oh,
like-
yeah. Okay. I'm all right with that.
yeah.
I actually eat those more than anything now.
Edgar Marco said Doritos and Mountain Dew. And Sergeant Joe Smith said, aren't they all forms of potato chips? Do chip brands instead? Doritos, Cheetos, Ruffles, Lay's. Damn it, Mouse Man. Do I got to do everything for you? And Michael Dunn said, honey barbecue Fritos.
Yum.
And did someone out in the chat, I think, yeah, oh, that was Michael Dunn again, said he just finished honey barbecue twist Fritos. Razor JB said classic Lay's, wise potato chips for any occasion, at times Cheetos or Doritos. And Guns and Barbecue said Billy Bob beat me up, voted Cheetos. However, the best snack is undoubtedly biscuits and gravy. If that's not considered a snack by you commies, then I guess I vote for popsicles.
Oh.
Well, actually, I got news for barbecue. There was a biscuits and gravy flavored Lay's for a while.
Yeah, Lay's
Still get 'em.
Lay's went through where they took submissions for flavors,
Mhm.
and then I think what was the one that won? They tried a bunch of different ones like biscuits and gravy, and
Is it like pickle or something? It was something vinegary, I thought.
there is
And
pickle.
ketchup.
I think they already had ketchup.
Yeah,
You were
I
old. I
remember.
skipped it.
I don't
Don't
think
remember-
I need any of that. I think when I was a little kid, I liked having flavors on there, but I'd rather eat a regular chip and decide what I'm going to do with it. You know, I'd rather have the naked version of whatever kind of chip it is than the flavored kind.
Kettle chips are good for dipping. I will give them that.
Hells to the yeah.
They don't
Rip
break.
roof for your mouth. You can load them as much as you can pull out.
See, I think we're talking about different things. When I think of kettle chips, I'm thinking of like really, really thin. I mean, they're almost like a whole different thing because they curl up into like a little wad, and they don't really. The ones I'm thinking of are more like a little puff. They're almost, the potato curls so much that I don't know how it would work for dipping.
It's probably brand specific, but I'm thinking of like
Maybe.
Tim's Cascade. I don't know if anyone's had those.
Yeah, my problem is I don't remember. I get them when people who like them have them, and I eat them. So I just have them in a bowl. I don't know.
I didn't know how
Nerd out about them, so I don't know what kind they are. I'm sure there's.
I didn't know-
specific.
I didn't know how broadly crunchers were in distribution, so I went Cape Cod because I've seen those things coast to coast.
So it looks like maybe the last time they did it, it was the Lay's contest. Crispy taco. I don't remember that one. I do remember the cheesy
racist
garlic
flavor.
bread.
That's also racist. I wouldn't.
I'm surprised no one put
Garlic
Pringles.
bread chips? Oh yeah, Pringles. Pringles are kind of like everybody's third choice, right? Does anybody really pick Pringles as their first choice?
I do. I like the little snack pack ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're good for consistency. Like if you want to just eat Pringles, or you want to make sure they're not broken.
Yeah, because it's basically just kind of like a mash that's pressed into a chip. Because they're not even called potato chips; they're called potato crisps.
Yep.
There's the show Food That Made America. They have a whole show on chips, and it's exactly it was this. I forget. I forget which company. It was the company up in Wisconsin, I think, and I can't remember which one it was, but whoever, Pringles. And then but that was the thing. This one guy's whole thing was, we're wasting all these chips because they break, so we're gonna figure it out. And they spent like real science. They like really spent time coming up with the design and the perfect shape and the right consistency of the mush and everything. So Pringles were 100% designed to be a chip that didn't break. Kind of neat.
They're super affordable too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think some of them are cooler because they're a slice of potato or something, and then other ones are just a mash. So you're getting like the grossest parts that nobody wanted to put in a store. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of like the Dorito or the ones that are slurry first.
I would think Ruffles. Aren't they like the same thing?
Well, Ruffles are just a piece of or wait, you're saying Ruffles are like a Pringles? I thought Ruffles were just a big chunk of potato fried.
I don't know.
Or
I
slightly-
think they're
They
just
seem like fluffy.
I
They
think
seem
that's
potato-like.
Yeah, I think it's just the difference between a big white fluffy potato and like a little hard yellow potato.
might just do the way they're cut
Could be the
with
cut
the
too.
ruffles. And G23 slipped in a comment, said Miss Vicky's jalapeno.
What about salt and pepper? Are they like salt and pepper potato chips?
I don't know if I've ever had salt and pepper potato chips.
I don't remember what brand it was. Some brand made them, and I was like, "Dang it, these are excellent!" And I kept getting them. Half the reason I'm fat is because of potato chips and stuff.
John Z asked, "What do you guys think about lime chips?" I do not care for the tortilla chips. I don't care for those.
They make salt and vinegar. That's kind of sourish too.
Yeah, but I don't want to douche my mouth, so I don't get the vinegar ones.
If I'm in the mood for them, I'll get a lemon or a lime or whatever type of chip. But then I usually just eat them by themselves. I won't be putting them in nothing. What made you do a chip poll?
I was sitting on break, and that's what I thought of.
Had you just got done doing like a chip display or something?
No, I was
In a store, a typical store, just question out of nowhere. How much, if there's 100% of the time spent by employees in a typical store, how much of that time is spent on chips of any type?
working them.
Just in any way. Putting them back on or fiddling with them or moving them or refacing them or whatever they have to do. I don't know, whatever you have to do.
Making sure half of them are broke.
Yeah, I'm sure that night they kick them around or whatever they do. Like, hey, there's whole chips in this bag.
Not a lot really, because like all the
Okay, I was thinking
name
that
brands
they were
like Fritos and Ruffle and Lay's, vendors do that. They come in and do that.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I would think that fiddling with chips would be like a good chunk of a store. That's like a whole aisle, and then it's all over the place. There's chips everywhere. So, it's like an impulse thing. So they come in and maintain their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roy Munson said Snyder's honey mustard pretzel pieces or hot Cheetos. Those are the best.
I used to eat those honey mustard pretzels for a long time too. Probably that brand. Is that the brand that comes in a tube or in a bag?
Bag.
I think I was eating the tube ones.
I got a question. These vendors, do they take out the expired ones?
They're supposed to.
Yeah, and then they put
So
them
if I
in
walk into a grocery store with like a Ruffles shirt, I can just grab a bunch of bag of Ruffles and walk out?
No, because everything gets checked in and then checked out.
Oh, darn. Just act like you're supposed to be there. No,
Go in the
check.
back. Go in the back. Get an empty Ruffles box. Walk around the front with the empty box, and then start filling it up, and then walk out. I'm just taking these back out to the truck.
Yep,
Just-
a hand cart and some empty boxes, man. Do it.
Just fill up a handbasket, scream promo code Night Strike, and run.
No, no, absolutely not.
Get really good at doing the moonwalk. Grab 2 bags of chips and moonwalk backwards out the exit, or out the exit entrance.
Gunpowder Beauty said chips are lame. Fried pickles are way better. I've never had fried pickles. I'm not opposed to trying them. I'll say that.
Damn
I've
good
just recently eaten them, and they're pretty good.
G23 said fried zucchini, and John Z
Different.
said he likes it too.
Different.
And Ken Thompson said I got my popcorn chips and hummus.
So is it like a smushed rice cake?
They're if it's what I think it is, it looks kind of like a tortilla chip but puffy. But I'm not sure exactly.
So Doritos won. What is the best flavor of Doritos, in your opinion?
I like just the original.
I'm with Boss. I did my time with the Cool Ranch when they dropped. I wish Taco had been a little bit better. That'd probably be my dark horse first placer. But yeah, original.
Was there a pizza flavor back in the day, or am I crazy?
There was.
I think it might be the pizza flavor because it had like a weird pepperoni flavor or something. Maybe.
So 2 votes for nacho cheese,
Yeah.
1 for pizza.
No, I'd eat that nacho cheese. It's not like you're gonna find pizza flavor anywhere.
Like, can we vote? Well, I guess I'm the one asking.
Oh,
Fuck,
snap.
we can
Yeah.
vote for expired ones.
Make a poll. You can do the poll.
Do you remember? Anybody remember this one chip that was called? I think it was just called potato skins, and it was like a fake piece of
Yeah.
potato skin, and it was.
And then they'd
super
have
salty.
like different flavors like bacon and
You
Yeah,
can still
but
find them somewhere.
Super salty.
TGI Fridays makes potato skins.
No, I'm talking the
Well,
chips.
they were
These in a
chips.
bag. These were in a bag. They were like
Yeah.
a Pringle. I don't know. They were made like a Pringle, but they looked different. But they
I
were
would-
some kind of slurry that they molded into a thing.
I'd always just see them in the smaller snack size bags.
They're super.
I'd never saw them in the big
If they
bags.
put them in the big bags, everyone would die because they would eat the whole bag and die because they're super salty and super like addictive. At least for me.
Gunpowder Beauty said fried pickles, fried tomatoes. That was an awful movie. Fried green tomatoes, fried okra, fried mushrooms, all way better than chips.
Yeah, I'm not sure now because
Okra's disgusting.
I've like one time had good okra. Every other time, I agree with you. I've had pickles where they just drop pickles in the fry, and it's like it comes out like a potato chip. And then I've had pickles where they, like a piece of zucchini is going to have a breading on it. I've had pickles like that. So which way is she talking about pickles?
I had okra one time and never again. And the reason why I say it's disgusting is probably because I had my experience with okra skewed with the U.S. Navy chefs.
Okra just plain sucks. I mean,
They
it's like
boil
maybe
prime rib in the Navy.
It tastes like fucking it tastes like slime. It's just a weird texture that I can never get over, and I remembered the name and I said, all right, I guess I'm never having that again.
Well, I'm guessing you've never eaten in the Chief's mess, because that was pretty good stuff. I'm not okra specifically, but what you got in the Chief's mess.
Well, of course, the Chiefs mess in the wardroom is going to have all the good shit. Us E6 and below schmucks are going to have to deal with the leftovers.
The best roast beef I've ever had was in the Chief's mess on the Nimitz.
But you know one thing for sure, that you never ever wanted to get served steak and lobster. That's for damn sure. Trying to butter you up is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, Ken Thompson said the popcorn chips are popcorn compressed into a little tortilla shape. And
They're new, so I'm gonna have to look for them at a store. I've never even seen them.
which list am I showing?
Oh, the show list at the beginning of the show.
What list?
Your little list. Shit to say.
Oh,
The okra I've had was more like a fried zucchini or something. I guess it could have been wet, but it wasn't wet, and it was the breading and everything made it more like you knew you were biting into a vegetable, but that's all. It was it was like zucchini or something.
there's no way to ameliorate the mucilaginous nature of okra. It's an abomination. It should never be. Worse than redhead stepchild.
so the Baron reminded me of all the stuff that I forgot. If you down at the bottom, there's a scrolling on the bottom of the screen. There's an email and a link that if you want to send in comments, pictures, suggestions, those will get you somewhere. And if you watch this in
will they really?
Yep. And if you watch this in replay, leave a comment. Anything we talk about, you think we got right, think we got wrong, or you think we left out, let me know. I always read the comments. And there's a link in the description for the Gilded server. Place to hang out, chit chat, share pictures, memes, talk about Night Strike, all the fun stuff.
Wait, what?
But,
Why talk about me? Why not talk about somebody else?
So back to the comments. Mike McLuhan said, my dad was Navy. I remember him telling me about the bread. The bugs we considered extra protein.
I think he means were.
Oh, were extra protein. That sounds like, was it Master and Commander?
Lesser of two evils.
Yes. I did laugh when he said that. I'll say that. Choosing the lesser of two evils.
That's an amazing movie, by the way. Shame they only made one.
When they're talking about fried pickles, are you talking with breading on there, or just the fried pickle like a potato chip?
Both. I've had them each way.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm wondering what people are saying. I mean, I've had them both ways, but I think I've had the sad chip type once, and there's no way I'm saying that. I've only had one, so I have no idea if that's a good one or a bad one. And then the other way, I don't think I've had them good, but I know that there could be good ones. You know what I mean? Like, just because I didn't get good ones, I could tell that was a thing. Frying something made out of pickle. It's pretty cool.
So G23 sent in a picture.
Did they ever make a pickle wedge, like a dill pickle, with some kind of a fried situation?
Yep. I mean, as many kinds of cuts of pickle as you can imagine, there's going to be some cook who's toss it into a fryer, breaded or not. I've had the wedge ones. They're kind of like, they're not as much fun as the small ones, because they usually don't get. No, they don't get crisp.
No.
And depending on how heavy the breading is, they don't either. But yeah, I just prefer them to be like straight pickle chips into the grease. Bang them out. They're like chips. Crisps.
They're just super salty and like a little bit different. They turn into pickle in your mouth when you eat them.
Natch.
Have a good night, Tim S.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
all drugged up and tired now.
I know what you're talking about. They got branded. Were they always branded Fridays?
I don't remember.
I don't either, but that's definitely them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one called Potato Skins that was like a Lay's product, I think.
I
where it
think
was
that's
that same
what I
kind of-
remember. Are potato skins.
Skins. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like the same reconstituted stuff as Pringles are made out of, but they were thicker, and one side was, and they were curved, and one side was brown to simulate like the outside of a russet
Yeah.
potato. Yeah. Those weren't half bad.
They're
Better than Pringles.
substantial. Or you could eat like 3 of them and be all right.
Key.
Yeah. It's hoping
You
to
should
do a
have
quick.
some sort of Uber Eats code, and then you could be like, let's talk about ice cream. And then like, here's my Amazon delivery code if you want to use it, just in case anyone wants to use it. Now we're going to talk about pie.
You can do a poll, Baron. You
How?
have you
On
the
YouTube?
power. Oh no, you can't. Can you? Because it's
No,
not.
I
It's
can't.
not StreamYard. It's YouTube. Now I have to work. So what am I polling?
Ah, take that.
What's the poll?
Just give me your YouTube login. I won't do
Just put it in this- Just put it in this private chat over here. It's private.
Yeah. You can change the password after.
Best Doritos flavor?
Yeah. Mine was they used to have habanero Doritos. They got rid of it though.
So
Those were amazing.
What are the flavors? Nacho.
They got
Cool Ranch.
spicy
Cool Ranch.
and
All right,
Cool
slow
Ranch.
down. I'm a slow
There's
tiger.
There's
Slow
probably a
down,
hot
slow
one now, right? The kids have to eat some hot one.
Cool Ranch. Well, there is a spicy.
Have any of y'all had Takis? Takis?
No.
No.
What's,
Those are
so,
like they're
wait, we're doing flavors. Hold on. What's another flavor?
there's taco.
Taco. And one more.
pizza. That was mentioned.
Spicy nacho.
Spicy.
Or they have verde, don't they?
Yes.
There you
What
go.
do you want? You want spicy or you want verde?
The
Verde.
official Doritos flavors are Doritos Flamin' Hot, 3D Crunch, Flamin' Hot Nacho, Flamin' Hot Limon, Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, Spicy Sweet Chili, Dynamatia, something like that, Dynamite with a bunch of extra words, Spicy Nacho Flavored, Flamas, Salsa Verde, Simply Organic, and Tapatio.
So are we gonna stick with taco or do we want a different one than taco?
Tapatio.
Tapatio.
And it's got a picture of the bottle in there, so you know it's legit.
And it's not gonna have the accent on it. Sorry, I don't have that keyboard called up. So
Oh, you don't need that. You can just do an alt. What's the alt code for that? Nice strike.
all right, there's a poll out there in the side chat. Vote for the best Doritos flavor.
Simply Organic. Oh my god, there's like 1,000 ingredients.
Yeah, it's made with twigs and bark.
It's got a little piece of a twig on there. The pea is a plant, so
Do they have a pineapple flavor?
of course not. They do have that one though. Didn't I say one of them had honey or something?
There was like sweet chili was an option, I think.
Oh, sweet chili.
Yeah, and like in the UK, Pepsi has a line of chips, like their branding or whatever is Walkers, and they're a lot like Lay's, but that was the most insane numbers of flavors available. So in the UK, they call them crisps instead of chips. If you ask for chips, you're going to get fried potato, right? but like Thai chili was one. They had like shrimp cocktail, sausage, like all the meats, sausage, chicken, beef.
There's a Mediterranean place I go to that'll have Lays with like that, like shrimp flavor and bacon bits and meats juice, like just all different meat flavored ones, pork.
And it might be the English influence. Like Canada is kind of the same way, but just not quite as many. Like I tried Worcestershire sauce chips. If you don't like Worcestershire,
Those are pretty
you're not
good.
gonna like them. You like those? Right on.
Yeah,
They
I
had like
those.
turkey and like when I was in Scotland, haggis chips. And
Ugh.
they tasted
Fuck.
like haggis, man. You like
Haggis isn't that bad if it's made properly.
Well, my friend's dad said to make haggis, you take a sheep's stomach and you stuff it with shit, bury it in the ground for a time, dig it up, throw away the sheep's stomach, and eat the shit. Gunpowder Beauty said we buy a big jar of whole pickles and slice them up, then use the juice to soak chicken to make copycat Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Wow.
I've never had a Chick-fil-A sandwich, so I didn't know they
You're
soak
missing
them. There aren't any here. Well, there
They
is
soak
one
the chicken
in
pickle
Washington
juice?
now. I didn't know that. Mike McLeod said
I didn't know that either.
he brines his chicken and pickle juice too.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So back in the day when I worked at restaurants, they would get those pickled peppers, whatever you want to say. What do you just call them? Banana peppers or whatever. You get 5-gallon bucket. So, you take all the peppers out of a 5-gallon bucket of peppers and it's probably like half full of juice still. You could use that. I bet you, I think threw it away. I can't remember anymore. But, if you put 5 gallons worth of chicken in there if you wanted to marinate it in pickle juice or in a peppery pickle juice. So maybe talk to a restaurant and find out if they're throwing away their 5-gallon buckets of pickle juice or not. You might be able to get 5 gallons of pickle juice for free. Or like I say, peppercini juice. I think that's what we call it, peppercini.
Mike McLeod said just bought some of the Cheeto cheddar jalapeno popcorn, and it's good. I have never heard of that.
Oh, you haven't had Cheetos popcorn before? It's not real. It's like the Pringles of popcorn. You don't get any of that garbage in your teeth. It's just the puffy part of popcorn only because it's fake. It's awesome. It's really good. Except it'll kill you because it's too good.
Michael Dunn said Dorito taco chips are the best on taco pizza. That's probably great when you want little shards of Doritos stuck in your gums.
You ever swallowed a Dorito you didn't chew all the way? When it like slices your throat open all the way down.
Punch me in the neck. Punch me in the neck. Quick.
It's like glass.
Yeah, it is.
Ken Thompson said sweet chili Doritos.
Those are good.
Mike McLuhan likes Cholula hot sauce.
I just finished a bottle of Old Bay hot sauce. Anybody ever had Old Bay hot sauce? It's a little bit tomato-ier than, it's tomato-ier than Tabasco, but I was going to say like one of the, if you don't like Tabasco and you like Cholula or one of them, it's a little bit tomato-ier than a Cholula.
There's a new Progresso clam chowder that uses Old Bay. It's Old Bay clam chowder. Just came out.
I don't know how many people in here are east enough to know Old Bay is like, there's a whole bunch of Old Bay addicts out east. They have to put Old Bay on everything.
Yeah, we get it. We get it at stores here as well.
I just finished a bottle of scorpion pepper, ghost pepper hot sauce.
Jesus. Wait, you're going to complain about swallowing Doritos half chewed, but you're going to put that stuff in your gullet? Damn,
Yeah.
Somebody's doing a chip challenge thing where they're eating some kind of chip.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've done that.
Pocky?
Is
that it?
New York Outcast, and somebody is doing that.
Pink Panther said Old Bay does a lot of seafood seasoning. I don't think I've ever seen the sauce. I've only seen the seasoning. The
Oh
powder
no, that's
stuff.
what I'm saying. That's what I only ever seen. So when I seen the hot sauce, I'm like, oh damn, I'm getting it. But Just tasted kind of like ice Cholula or something.
Mike Dunn said, one of my daughter's friends drinks the pickle juice right out of the jar. I've heard that's a good remedy for dehydration.
I don't know about the dehydration, but it sure is a way to get a whole lot of flavor in one swallow. A friend and I used to compete doing shots of pickle juice when we were like 8, 9 years old, but there are a bunch of bar drinks that use it too.
It is good if you have a problem retaining water. Pickle juice.
If you drink too much pickle juice, right, now it's in you, and it's literally pickle juice. Now it's in you, right? So now it's in your stomach or whatever, and acid can't do nothing to it because it's pickle juice. So now it's in your guts, and it can't do nothing to it because it's just your guts. You can't absorb it because it's pickle juice, right? It tasted good, but now it's pickle juice. Now it's in your bladder, and you don't got time to go to the bathroom. You're pickling your dick. What the hell? You're pickling your dick?
I don't think it works like that.
That's how it works. It's science.
No, that's not how that works.
Well, then you tell us, how do you pickle your own dick, Night Strike?
Is that where
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Is that where the term pickle tickle comes from?
I don't.
But the NFL, back when the NFL in the 80s and I think it was 80s and 60s or 70s and 60s, that's where Gatorade kind of derived from, was pickle juice, because it was a good way to kind of retain water.
That actually came from University of Miami.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Florida Gators.
Yep,
That's why it's called Gator.
Gatorade.
G23 sent this in. Looks like he's got a new video in the works.
Woo!
Wait, Taurus makes chips?
Beef flavor.
38 flavored.
Cordite flavor.
Ooh, cordite is not a good flavor.
Oops.
Oops.
Ooh, Ken Thompson says, check it out. You know how you crush up crackers for meatloaf? The best meatloaf ever, you crush up Doritos instead. I have done it with cheese and crackers.
I feel like I'm in somebody's coin pocket.
We used to do like stuff like that in Scouts, though, mashing up Doritos into food.
I've used if I make meatloaf, I use oatmeal. My wife uses panko.
Panko's awesome.
It gives it a little different texture than like the oatmeal.
Yeah, I worked at a seafood restaurant. We used to coat the French fries in it. Super good.
Michael Dunn said, my wife likes pickle juice in her Bloody Marys. And Mike McClune at Ken Thompson. I use panko breadcrumbs in my meatloaf, and I soak them in milk. Let me close that and that. There we go. Let's see
Foss, you
Yes.
once made a video going to Leavenworth.
Yes.
Which highway did you take?
I have no idea.
Did you go up US 2 or did you take 90?
I think two.
Okay. In the middle of between Leavenworth and like, where's that pop out? Seattle? Everett? Pops out in Everett, right? There's a gift shop, like Cascade Candy gift shop. Ringing a bell? It's right next to the Wenatchee River.
Oh, I took most of it was 90. Sorry, because
Never mind.
Yeah,
Scrap all that. Forget
most
I
of the
said it.
video. Most of the video driving was from 90.
I was going to say, if you ever go up US 2, hit that gift shop. They have the best hot sauce in the state.
But again, I couldn't tell you. You know, it was 90, and then a bunch of other ones that were not 90.
Oh, they got like a zillion hot sauces at that place.
Oh yeah.
When the last one in Arizona before you get to Vegas, there's a machine gun rental place there also. That place is a tourist place or whatever, and it has it's maybe the most hot sauces I've ever seen in one place.
Yeah, the most I've ever seen in one place. There's a tourist shop on the wharf in San Francisco, where it's a relatively small store, but like hundreds of bottles. They also do mustards and stuff too. There's like hundreds and hundreds of things to look at.
I didn't even get a chance to vote. What, you have that for like 2 seconds?
No, it's been up there for like half an hour.
Oh shit!
You heard me making it. you gave me flavors for the poll.
Well, I didn't realize there was a time limit. I'm like, I'm gonna slowly come over here and vote. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. So Nacho won 69%.
Can't hear that Fatso eating in the background. I had to feed Fatso. She kept bugging me.
Oh.
I eat once a day.
What would you have voted?
Let me look.
Nacho, Cool
Probably
Ranch.
Nacho. I wouldn't have helped anything.
Yeah. Because Cool Ranch, Tapatio, and Verde all tied at 10%.
Even Tapatio.
So they each got one vote, basically.
G23 says there is a shop in Leavenworth that sells nothing but hot sauces, and it's the best. I saw the shop but didn't go in because I'm not into hot sauces. There is a really good chocolate shop in there too. I don't know if the guy's Swiss or French.
The one on US2 does candy and hot sauce. They do a whole bunch of stuff.
I never heard of French chocolate, so he's probably Swiss.
He pretty cool guy. We didn't go this time, but last time we went in there and he gave us samples of his bonbons. They were pretty good. But since we're traveling, we didn't want to take them.
Wait, you ate another man's bonbons? Are you sure that was wise?
They're free.
Yeah. I didn't have to pay for it.
If you go north out of Texas towards Oklahoma City, there's a reservation there, and they've got a chocolate place, chocolate factory. And the same thing. You go in there and act like you care about their chocolate. Oh, look at the chocolate. And they're going to give you like a big plate of free chocolates.
G23 saying Belgium. So he's a Belgie maybe. But pretty good chocolate. But since we were traveling and didn't have a cooler, I didn't want to ruin the chocolate.
Here's a pro tip: if you're ever traveling and you encounter, a really good deal on chocolate or whatever, and you're in a situation like that where you can't carry it with you, just send it to me. Overnight it or whatever.
I'll keep did you eat those bars that I sent you?
Yeah. Why'd you do something to them?
No, I was just curious on how I haven't had those ones. So
He dosed them.
If
They're
they're any
super good. Yeah, you sent me what? One of them was Peru. Couldn't wait to eat that one because I got stuff. I know people from Peru, so that was cool. Very cool. And then the other one was Africa, but I can't remember now. I can't remember this country. Algeria? So yeah, very, very good. That Peruvian one was probably the best chocolate I've ever had. Stayed awake for hours. Yeah, stayed awake for hours after eating. No, I'm just kidding. It was really good though. Yeah, if you've never had it, I would try it. It's super smooth, super, I don't know what the word is for when it just melts in your mouth good. It doesn't leave any kind of nothing behind, just melts.
Yeah, I don't know. There were they're kind of popular, and I figured there's probably something different that you might not get over your way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Michael Dunn said chocolate is way better in other countries. And Pink Panther said chocolate wouldn't get ruined if you eat it all there.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Best container to travel with it in is your stomach.
And I like dark chocolate now. I have been converted.
What about chocolate flavored Dorito?
Uh,
They make chocolate.
there are chocolate covered potato chips.
Right. I've eaten them. They're all right. I wouldn't think they'd be all right, but they're all right.
Michael Dad said, I like Hershey's Symphony chocolate with almonds and toffee. Hershey's chocolate there's a sour milk note in the flavor. It's not good chocolate. The Hershey's with something in it is okay. So I like it with the almonds. But straight Hershey's chocolate is not good.
I think what he's trying to say is it tastes like vomit.
Well, I haven't had the symphonies. They're a little different, so they might have a different flavor. And it's funny too that I think Mars buys their chocolate from Hershey's.
So it tastes like vomit with almonds?
No, I don't know how they doctor the chocolate.
But they remix it. There's that. You watch the Foods That Make America. That's a series. They had the chocolate one, and it's something like Hershey did do something to their milk to make
whoa, doctored chocolate. How do you do that?
Send it to school.
But they did do something, and they do provide the chocolate to almost everybody because they bought all the chocolate sources back in the days when that wasn't a monopoly, I guess, and they just still own them.
Let me say hey to AAF, American Ammo and Firearms. Good evening. But yeah, once I got into dark chocolate, I still like milk chocolate, but dark chocolate's where it's at.
But like what percentage of like cacao? Because sometimes that it just gets too much for me. Like above 85 or so percent, that's just like, oh my God.
Above 85, consider taking. Do you like coffee? Hot coffee?
That's what I almost said that.
Take a thing of chocolate that's above 85 and just, not drop it in the coffee. That's kind of lame, but just let it kind of stir the coffee with it, type of thing.
Yeah, I don't mind the super dark, but the kind of dark, I guess.
Put super dark in with like peanuts or walnuts or something.
Yeah.
I have a question for the audience.
You're looking for the chocolate out of there.
I'd like them to guess how much this bottle of hot sauce cost. It's 10 ounces. Scorpion Ghost Pepper hot sauce.
$7.99.
Does it tell you what the Scoville is on those things?
Let me check.
$20.99.
It's got little pictures of assholes on fire. And the more assholes, the hotter it is.
Yeah, this is 5 assholes hot.
$24.99.
That is correct. $24.99.
Thank you.
Oh, it's $4 off.
Pink Panther said Hershey chocolate bar are made from the Hershey River that flowed through their boat ride from 40 years ago.
They also continue to drop the amount of chocolate that's actually in the Hershey bar.
Yeah, now it's wax.
I do remember there being a distinct difference between those of my childhood and like the last ones that I would have had several years ago.
Well, they made Hershey's in the first place because if you just make chocolate by itself, then it melts all the time. So they made Hershey's in order to not melt so easy.
Well, it was one of the shows because I've seen a lot of the Foods That Made America and then some other
and they
shows
definitely
like that.
They splice it all up and use the pieces in other shows. They reference stuff all the time.
Yeah, and it was one of those shows that ruined Hershey's for me. That they mentioned that sour milk note, and then the next time I had Hershey's, I realized yes, that is there, and then I didn't like it, and then kind of thought, well,
and they say that's why English chocolate is different or completely different, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't put that sour in there. And we're all used to it because we all eat Hershey's and Reese's
Yeah.
and stuff right off the bat.
I like the Ritter's bars. I sent you some of those last time.
Oh, is
They're
that
kinda
the funk
The
one?
square ones.
Yeah, holy crap. Yeah.
They're smooth, and those are pretty good. I like the dark chocolate ones of those with the hazelnuts are my favorite.
Do they still make chunk bars? You said square and chocolate. Never
They
mind me
were
of
like
those.
that, except
Yeah.
the fancy version. But yeah.
You can still get chunk bars.
Okay.
I had some. There are some limited edition overnight cards. It's a deck of cards, but basically, I only have 2 packs. So at some point, they'll be given away for whatever extra special occasions. I had.
Maybe we do that on New Year's.
What?
Yeah, we can do that. I had a really these are okay.
Here's the thing. 8 months from now, we'll talk about it again.
I had some really nice ones that I was designing, where the face had each suit had a different picture on it, and then but the website was wonky, and I actually had to do it was either a mouse party or overnight. Went back and then it was gone, and the design was gone. And I spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I didn't feel like doing it again. Plus, I had like a 60% off coupon for these. So
Nice.
I told you
I
you
wanna
should have
read.
saved it.
and they're made in America, made in Maryland.
What? I definitely need to find out where you got it from then, because I was going to say I've done single sets like that, but they got made overseas.
Yeah, they're I'll say they're not the greatest cards, but for being I think it worked out to like $7 a pack with the discount.
What? That's not bad.
Don't tell them that.
Oh,
How can we
they
charge
were
$20 now?
$40 a piece.
There you go.
Well, no,
That's-
normally, yeah, that's about.
That's
right.
what the nice cards, the really nice sets are about $40 a piece. The really fancy ones, and you can get like metal or all kinds of cool stuff, and you can get custom ones from like Doyle.
Well, okay, so bicycle and those kind of things are form factors, let's say. Those are brand names, but they're also like a quality or something. So
Yeah.
I did get my first deck, the AK-47 deck is made by Bicycle in Kentucky. But then once I figured out the card game, like the way that it happens, you can get officially licensed bicycles and other companies through other publishers. They just have to meet their criteria and pay the licensing fee. So it's like a level of quality. And I think it's not so much quality as like poker players want a card one way and other kind of people want their cards a different way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
depending on what you're playing, they like their cards. Like Magic players, like there's, or at least they get used to the different decks. So anyway, yeah, it's not uncommon now to find more than one company that makes, whatever, Bicycle. Doyle is another brand, I guess.
Super bad videos out there. Good evening. You can get some of the when I was trying to find somewhere to get them from. There's ones where you can get like these really nice presentation boxes for them too, and basically however much you want to spend, you can spend on custom playing cards.
Well, people will get them for one-off things, but then when I was doing the crowdfunding, there's a lot of people that like collect cards. So there's a bunch of people that'll do kind of like patches. Like there's people that'll do cards on a regular basis, and then a whole bunch of people collect them. So when you do a crowdfund, maybe you'll do, like the design and blah, blah, blah. But then this level perk, you get them all in that fancy box. So a lot of those perks and stuff, or a lot of those things, those extras become perks. I mean, I think the extras existed first, but that's how I saw those extras being used as perks, different crowdfunding. And it makes sense, like the gold ones, nobody's going to want 1,000 gold decks because it makes them cost $25 a piece. But if, a couple of people want them, then they can make a few.
And the Let's Build a Rifle, the Bushmaster rifle build. It's been some setbacks. I keep ordering the wrong gas block. I've got the correct one on its way, and then there was something else I had to order. The trigger pins. I didn't have any trigger pins for the drop
Crush washer.
Yeah, so I ordered some anti-walk pins. I figured might as well, with the bigger caliber, go with anti-walk pins. So hopefully in another, maybe next weekend-ish, maybe actually have it together and get it out to shoot it off. And I'll make a video of that. Yeah, I didn't have a crush washer either. I thought I had some shims, but they were shims for something else. So I had to order some of those, kind of all the little bits and pieces that, I didn't realize I thought I had, but I didn't have. But so it's getting close. Can't wait to get it together and take it to the range.
I guess I should do an update on mine. I finally got the retro lower receiver from PSA, the H&R. I got one 1 minute before they sold out. They were sold out in 4 minutes.
Wow.
Crazy. So I'm waiting for that to ship. That was yesterday.
And you finished your 458 SOCOM build, didn't you?
No, I was waiting for the lower.
Oh, I thought for some reason I was thinking you finished that one.
I did go buy an arrow lower, but it looks pretty fucking weird with a gray Colt upper and a black arrow lower. So I bought the gray H&R lower.
You didn't want to Cerakote the lower?
No, not really.
Yeah, the grip on the Bushmaster is gray because standing at the gun shop, apparently I couldn't tell the difference between the gray and the black. So
Still
I got the
can't.
gray.
Still
I
can't.
think it doesn't look bad,
Sharpie. Get the Sharpie out.
Get the Sharpie.
I do
Remember
have
to
a
use
black.
the gray Sharpie.
I do have another black one, but I really like the ones with the little cover on the bottom, so you can put stuff in the handle.
I just had an idea. Maybe I should cover mine with that aluminum like duct tape. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, or that'd probably do better. Are you talking duct tape or like the
For like a vent duct. Not like a duck is in quack quack.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
I got some of that.
I don't even think they make quack duct tape. I think they
foil
just make,
tape.
no, aluminum. Not aluminum, but air conditioning duct tape.
You could do
Hey.
contact paper.
I just noticed something about my AR-10 that I bought from PSA. Somewhere
It's
between
proprietary.
somewhere between shooting it and zeroing it, my handguard has kind of shimmed forward a little bit, and there's a gap. And I don't know what to torque the set screws when I pull it back to.
Just start cranking. If they break, you torque too hard.
You should contact Guns and Barbecue and ask him for the customer service number.
Because I never had that happen with me where my handguards slip forward.
G23 said 17 pounds. I don't know if he actually knows or if he's just saying random numbers.
He's probably just saying random numbers.
Pound, and now is that foot pounds or inch pounds?
Yes.
I know that the oil pan on a 69 Dart is 10 foot-pounds.
Do you know that because you broke it and then it's burned into your brain?
Oh, yeah. It's really easy to strip those. He said inch pounds.
Oh, shit. Well, I suppose I've gone to a little too far on that then, because I torqued mine to 50 inch pounds.
Oof.
Shouldn't hurt it.
Yeah, I'd say when you're not sure, just use Loctite and err on the side of not tight.
The good thing is that my scope is not so far forward that it's not there, so I didn't lose my zero, but I'm going to have to re-zero the thing anyways because I actually had to pull it back for my sight relief. Or my eye relief, I should say.
Ooh, I got a good question. What iron sights would you get for an AR-10? And moving on.
For me, a carry handle or just, the standard flip-up iron sights.
Yeah, but that's a problem. The receiver's longer, so
Doesn't matter.
carry handle would look pretty weird, wouldn't it?
Not really.
I mean, didn't the M16s come with like a 20-inch barrel? The originals?
Well, he's saying the receiver, not the...
Yeah, the receivers are like what, 3/4 of an inch longer? Inch? Something like that?
Something like that.
Wouldn't be enough to notice, in my opinion.
Just cut the receiver down and make it shorter.
No.
So if you drill a hole near the safety, that'll alleviate all your problems.
Exactly. I won't have any problems ever again.
Yeah.
I could take 2 carry handles and cut them in
Especially
half
when you go to
and
federal prison.
weld them together. Make a long one.
If you hammer it down, that'll spread that carry handle out.
No, it won't.
So it'll...
Nice try.
I think the easy answer is put a scope on it. Which
Or
kind
red
of
dot.
sucks.
Scope or a red dot?
I'd personally, if I were doing iron sights, I would opt for like the Daniel Defense solid sights that you screw on.
I was considering that.
Which I have those on my AR-10, or not my AR-10, but my 15, and I got an EOTech sight, and I kind of wish I never went from a Vortex Strikefirer to a EOTech EXPS 3-2, because I just kind of overthought it, and I probably should have went to an LPVO or just stuck with what I had, because I had a fixed 3x magnifier, or not a magnifier, but a fixed 3-power prism scope, and I had a 3-dot MOA Vortex Venom on one of the side Picatinny mounts. So yeah, should have never went to that. But going forward, I'll probably do an LPVO.
G23 says flip up.
I'm not a fan of flip ups.
You get the one with the OK and the middle finger. I'm sure those will shoot MOA.
No, they won't.
Well, at like 5 feet.
They're minute a fingernail. Anybody watch the GRPC or the AMCON? You want to comment on any of that?
I didn't watch it.
Did
Why
watch.
did you
Don't
get a
want.
chance?
Anybody want to comment on that? Not all at the same time.
I didn't watch. DJ doesn't want to comment. Was it bad?
Not as bad. Just try to stay on the sunny side of the street for the rest of tonight.
Time for that ice cream bracket.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't. I don't have a graphic made for it.
You really need a graphic for it?
Yes, we do. So, yeah, I only have the pizza bracket. Well, there's
Still
a
can't
lull.
believe pepperoni won.
Well, believe it. It happened. Let me play this. GunTube.org is a video hosting website with a streaming feature. Created by Night Strike One, a man with a dream to protect the rights to share gun-related content, GunTube.org is free to use.
Everyone, GunTube, you should go check it out.
If you are frustrated by the limitations imposed by other video sharing sites, check out GunTube.org.
Go ahead, go over to GunTube. Shut up, you infringe!
GunTube.org. It's kind of nice. You can see stuff you can't see on YouTube's that's gun related, like
Shall not be infringed.
assembling stuff, shooting stuff.
The
Yeah.
pictures there move and talk to you.
They do.
Sometimes.
They're called talkies, not the chip.
Wow.
Where's the other one? There's the other one. GearWebsites.com for all your t-shirts, stickers, patches, some 3D printed stuff, and other stuff, at GearWebsites.com.
I see how it is. He gets the Miami Vice theme.
Well, I need to have Baron do the voiceovers for the promos and stuff, so they're sexier. Everybody,
Just give me a script.
Oh, I think we ran out of stuff.
We'll run out of steam.
Yeah.
I got a final piece of tidbit we can use. We can milk this for another 30 minutes.
Okay.
Pivot pin challenge.
Oh God.
Make sure
I
you wear
told-
safety goggles. I don't want anyone losing an eye.
Yeah, I put out when I was assembling the lower on the Bushmaster, I made a short of putting in the detent and pivot pin, which I have done, like to slide the thing through the hole and then the other thing with the other thing, and I got tired of doing that on lower, so I don't do any of that. This one I just had a needle nose pliers and then the pin itself, and then just bink bink. And so I just made a video since I was sitting there doing stuff. Made a short, and then Baron took it as a challenge to his manhood, and he did one without any tools, with just his bare hands, his manly bare hands. And then made it a challenge.
And I told him he needs to disassemble it with his bare hands, without any tools whatsoever.
Does it have to be able to go back together? Like, can I just break it?
Yes,
Use
it has. It has to be able to go back together. So
Use a 300 blackout.
Yeah. That's the fastest way to disassemble an AR-15.
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna show. I saw a couple videos of the 8.6 Razorback.
Oh, yeah, you posted that.
Yeah. Can you call up that video?
No, but I can try.
Okay. It was. I don't know what to think about it.
I have no idea where you put it.
In the firearms.
That's what she said.
Yes.
It's not in firearms.
It should have been.
And yet it's not.
But why is it not?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I did then. Oh, yeah, it is. It's right here. Hang on here a second. Oh, that's right. You can't.
Oh, I forgot I blocked you on Gilded. That's why I didn't see it.
Why would you block him?
Oh, I'm tired of his shit. You don't know this?
No, I don't know this.
Yeah, since it's a short, I can't pause it. So
That looks comical. Those cartridges.
yeah, I posted another of his videos where he's shooting it, and he's forming the cases. Let's stop sharing so I don't get a copyright strike.
Too late.
What's he doing there? He's shooting that goofy looking bullet?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the other one where he's forming the brass and stuff. I don't know if it's just the thing to be a thing, or if they're doing it for a purpose.
I have a question. Will that chamber in a 308, and will it disassemble my gun fast?
Because it's like a 10 millimeter case. And 6.8 projectile. I don't see the shorts, so I don't know where. I don't know where that other video is. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what to think of it. But he chronographs it, but it was like 850 So it's really slow too.
And on that note, I'm heading out.
All right. Plug something before you leave.
Check out guntube.org. There you go.
All right, now get out.
Good to have you.
Thanks for
Yep.
jumping in.
Yep. Later, guys.
Yeah, G23 saying 10 millimeter brass with a 8.6 blackout projectile.
That's why it looks so ridiculous.
But it only runs at like 850 feet per second. I don't know if it's cool or just weird.
Well, I can make it then if I can just jam. What'd you say? I guess got to get a 8.6 blackout projectile and shove it in a 10 millimeter.
What? No, because you have to
That's
you have
gonna
to
get
form the
cramped
case.
on
You have to narrow the case.
there. Oh.
Oh, I wouldn't buy one, but
Can you even buy one?
what? No, but if it was a thing, I wouldn't buy one. It's just kind of the, you know,
Yeah, I don't get it. You know they have these guns they run on black powder. You can get like a humongous round ball and shoot them subsonic. That's basically what they're doing.
yeah.
It's black powder ballistics.
But why? Is it to do it just to do it, or is it purpose built for a task?
I think we're in idiocracy where like we're reverting. Pretty soon, people will be using BB guns for their carry piece.
Drinking Brondo?
Yeah,
Talking about 9 millimeter.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bottleneck 10 millimeter case.
So if you double the weight of the projectile, you double the foot pounds. If you double the velocity, you quadruple
Yeah.
the foot pounds. So I don't know why people are wanting to go slower with a heavier bullet. I don't get it. Unless you're suppressing it.
Yeah.
But I'm not running like special ops, so I don't mind being loud.
Well, it also seems like might it be a consideration for something like home defense? It's not going to over penetrate. It's nice and slow. It's a chunk, toss and throw. To throw at somebody. I don't know. I'm just spitballing that.
Birdshot, even better.
But then again, that's what 180 grain or 230 grain subsonic 45 is for.
Yeah, people are wanting rifles for home defense now.
They're gonna get a rude awakening.
I've got one. What? No, I don't. I have a pistol. I have a pistol. It's not a rifle.
Clip that.
No,
Clip that.
it's not a rifle. It's a pistol.
Do you want me to take care of your dog
legally-
for a while, Foss?
Whoops.
Baron and his ATF
No,
agents are gonna visit you.
I've got one of those Michael Jackson jackets that has zippers all over. I'm just zipping them all.
I wondered if somebody was packing for vacation.
Oh shit!
I put little different things in each pocket. I had a sweatshirt that had a shit ton of zippers on it.
Pink Panther said he's going to have to buy an FN 57 for carry now.
You grabbed
Yeah,
bunch
that's the total opposite.
yesterday. You grabbed a bunch of magazines yesterday.
High velocity, low weight, high capacity.
I will say I still kind of prefer heavier. In my ignorance, I prefer heavier.
But why not heavier and fast? Why not both?
Yeah.
I spent most of my adult life as a fat man. Heavy and fast, they kind of just don't go together, Bear.
Yeah. I'm self-censoring, so that's why I'm laughing.
That's why you giggle? All right.
It was nothing against you. It was there when I worked at the shipyard in Bremerton. There's a older guy, long ZZ Top type beard, rode a Harley. Said he liked fat chicks because they evened out the ride. That's what I thought of. G23 said, I saw a smile on your face when you shot the 120 grain 40 Smith & Wesson. I was smiling just because I was with you. That's why I was smiling.
That's a great example. Why have a 40 when you could have a 10? Same weight bullets, going faster.
I don't notice
your 9mm friends who wouldn't be able to handle it.
I'm leaving that behind. We don't need them.
I don't really notice it. Well, it might be also that the loadings are not that far off, but there's not a huge difference shooting 40 and the 10. I don't have any like buffalo bore or anything. That's just like SIG and blazer brass. I still, my Glock 20, the 10mm is probably my favoriteest pistol to shoot that I have. I enjoy shooting all of them. The Model 360, I don't know if it's enjoyment or loving the pain. It's the Airweight 357.
One of the things that's hard to explain is when you're at the range, like a public range or whatever, there's a bunch of people around and you're shooting a Glock, like the sense of distinguishment and respect that you get at the range from the other shooters.
I got rid of my G20 so I could get the Ruger SR 1911 and 10mm.
There you go.
Pretty nice. Yeah, sure. It's a reduction in rounds, but I like it. Single action trigger, reliable steel platform, full length guide rod too.
And your dog cannot eat it.
That's true. But the good thing is for me, I don't have a dog, but then I should get a stuffed one and fill it with Tannerite just in case.
Don't forget the ball bearings.
Yep. I'm a bit more cruel. I actually like to load it with rock salt and nails. I'm a little bit more, what you would say, like to watch the world burn type.
For anyone listening, we're joking. Well, at least I am. I don't know about him.
I am too. I mean, come on. My favorite.
To quote the great Ash, I don't even know these assholes.
I like the my most favorite gun to shoot. Probably ever since I got my M1, it's kind of been my favorite thing to shoot now. But like Of all the guns, that's probably the only gun that I love and don't even care if I don't hit the target.
Oh, by the way, CMP update. Their wait times are down to like a week and a half.
Wow.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Order now. Order often.
I gotta recoup some of the funds I used to splurge on that purchase. I could have bought
I'm trying to brainwash Foss over here.
Oh,
I do, you know, I would love to have a Garand. I would love to have the carbine, M1 carbine. I would love to have a grease gun. I would love to have. There's lots of ones that I'd love to have.
there's a couple I think of. M1 carbine was chambered in 30, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking maybe the gun store Gators Custom Guns in Longview or Kelso, Washington. He has a couple of M14s.
Have you seen the Jerry Mikulik shooting the grease gun video?
No.
It's pretty good. He gets in there and he, gets ready, snugs it up, and then starts shooting. But they've got the slow rate, so he's like chuk 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 chuk, and then he kind of realizes how slow it's going, and then he kind of looks at the camera. It's chuk 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 chuk.
Oh, damn it. Night Strike's gone. I remember on a show, he told me that Jerry Michelik's wife was dead. She's not dead. I just saw her in a video like a week ago.
He meant dead to her. He meant dead to him.
Dead.
Oh.
I wish I had it.
Yeah, is that where he's like he's like there laying there in bed and then the beep goes off or whatever and his wife tells him he's too slow?
Yeah, but I
Done it
saw her
again.
in a range video.
Oh.
I mean, maybe it's her ghost. Maybe she's haunting the range. I don't know.
I remember someone saying in one of the discords that I'm in, saying that they say that Jerry Michelik is a bit on the slow side, which I don't know who the hell came up with that rumor.
I know who said that, and I'm not going to repeat their name. That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And G26 said, I need to make it back to Washington to make more videos. And I would love to have you back up here. Anytime.
The Sunday's gonna suck. I gotta go up on a roof and kill some moss.
Right now?
No. Too late for that.
Never too late to kill moss.
We had moss on our roof, and I hired somebody to come do that because the first story roof I'm okay with being there. The second story roof I am not going up there.
My stepfather can do it. It's just my mom is so overly protective that she won't let him. So I have to.
That's when you gift her like a day at the spa.
Yeah.
Then you go up there anyway.
Thing is, that's the problem. My mom's not really like the spa type. She'll occasionally go by the massage therapy right down by the DMV. But yeah. Let's see here.
So we're up against the hour and a half. Is there anything you want to plug, Iron Road?
Check out my new video detailing the Oregon ballot measure 114. It's a anti-gunner's wet dream, probably likely coming true, but good news regarding that. OFPAC, the Oregon Firearms Federation, has said that right now it's only polling 51% support. Why is that good news? Because the margin of error is in the 7th percentile. So that's some decent news there. But other than that, go out, check my YouTube video. Don't usually post too often, but I try to do it when I can. Split days off kind of make that hard. Other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah, that is an awful bill. The
It's a
114.
familiar one.
Yeah. So if you're in Oregon, vote no. And Iron Road has more information on what's in that bill. DJ, anything you want to plug?
Yes, sir, I do. Saturday on the A Great Start Shooting School channel will be a discussion about suicide awareness. I encourage everybody to go check that out. And until I see y'all again, be safe, have fun, carry your guns, and rock.
G-Webs?
Well, thanks for the link and for hosting the Reload. That podcast had a thing about polling and like the differentiation between polling people who are willing to answer the poll versus people that are going to vote, and how they, what do you call it, like which news sources are looking at which type of poll. I don't know anything about that other than that sounded interesting to me, that, voting, or that only so many people vote. So if some of them spend a bunch of time trying to figure out who's actually voting and then they poll just those people, it seems like a different type of result than just what do they call it? Just a national opinion poll, I guess.
Yeah.
Or a poll that comes in on like a forum or something where the people that respond don't necessarily go to the voting booth and actually actually vote.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can affect the outcome of a poll. How many people they poll, where they poll, who they poll. So you have to look at it
stuff, or like I always thought of it like, well, we're going to poll like old ladies in Nebraska, or I don't know, some state, somebody who's not the target audience of the thing, and then versus somebody who's really into it. And then I heard of like, do you want to get rid of violence? And then, oh yeah, they're all against gun violence, that kind of thing. But I never thought about like actually scrutinizing who. I mean, it's probably been there. I just never paid attention to it. But they mentioned that in the new thing. I was just throwing it up there.
Yeah, the only way you can kind of get an accurate picture is looking at an aggregate of different polls. Then even that is not always accurate because just depends on who decided to answer the question.
Historically, in Oregon, gun control measures have failed pretty decently. However, a couple of years ago back, there was a ballot measure that was similar to this one, but not nearly as had as many nasty teeth in it. And that one almost passed, but didn't. And the concern is that with at least among gun stores, gun owners, and people out east in the eastern and northeast and southeast Oregon, that it's going to get passed by virtue of majority vote with Portland, Salem, and Corvallis and Eugene, those big urban cities.
Baron, anything you want to plug?
Yes, I challenge the viewers to challenge me to a challenge. That's it.
Five finger fillet.
Oh, we forgot. Yeah. We forgot the dad jokes.
What? All three of them?
Yeah. Well, So next week we'll have to remember, because I said we would vote on them, so we have to vote on them.
I do got one. If you guys need one,
put it in the comments.
In the comments.
Yeah. Not out there now. Not in the live chat. In the comments afterwards.
Should I say my?
I was going to say inside the private chat.
Since I'm not allowed to be a contestant.
Save it. Save it
Save
for
it.
when we do the dad jokes. So I don't know if anybody else out there has dad jokes. Leave it in the comments. Because we were supposed to have everybody vote on the best dad joke. And then you get some stickers and some patches and stuff. But I forgot. And I forgot too. Need to figure out what to do about my hat dilemma. Still not sure what to do. So if I remember next week, we'll talk about that. But that being said, thanks to everybody for hanging out with us, and those who watch this in replay. Appreciate you too. Leave a comment. Let me know you're out there. Leave a dad joke. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good night.